Hello, everybody. Today we are looking at this parts and pieces of the Declaration of Independence. Now, you can fill this out either as a digital copy or on paper copy. I would highly, highly, highly recommend having this as a paper copy or recreating this as a paper copy. It wouldn't be a whole lot to recreate it. It's just a big chart. So please, if at all possible, even if this needs to go on blank notebook paper, that would be wonderful. But first thing, please put your name on it. My name's Miss Moronic. Please put your actual name, put when this is due, and then the hour that you have your history class. So what we're going to be doing today is looking at the Declaration of Independence and getting these first bits of it, because there's kind of 6 big parts that go with the Declaration of Independence, and there's a bit of information. Today's kind of our introduction to this, and then we're going to get going and dig into it in some upcoming days here in class. So you're going to need to click on this link, and if you're like, it's a paper copy, Miss Moronic, I can't click on it. Okay, obviously, that's why it's linked on to Google Classroom, so you can use the Google page and then click on the parts and pieces. I know! It's amazing! So what we're going to be doing is make sure you go through and read this. Now, on here, it does have some parts to like writing that you would be answering for questions. We are just using this for its information. This one is not a homework assignment. We were thinking of it where we had found it originally, but we wanted to use this it's a little bit more simplified. Just, we need to start somewhere. So, in 1776, tensions between the American colonists and the British Crown had reached a boiling point. The colonists decided to do what was, at the time, unthinkable: break away from King George III's tyrannical rule and create their own country, a country they would govern themselves. In order to announce to the world and the king himself America's intentions, Thomas Jefferson wrote a Declaration of Independence, a letter to the British king and to the world at large that explained why the American colonists had to break away from the British. In this letter, Jefferson explained why the colonists felt their basic human rights had been attacked by the king and why they had felt they had a right to rebel. So we're going to read the excerpts from the Declaration of Independence. We're looking for what are these different sections, and that's what I have in red here. So we call the first section of the Declaration of Independence the preamble or the introduction. So when we look at this, what is it? What is the name? Spell this correctly. I know it's like I teach science class as well, and we're trying to do it there, but spelling is important. Preamble. Make sure you have the correct spelling. I almost forgot an L there, but I double checked to make sure I have it. So what is the preamble? It is the introduction. What is in here? When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bonds. Go ahead, read through this. It is broken up though a little bit here, and what does it mean? When a group of people decide to break the political bonds that connect them to another group of people, they should explain the reasons they want to separate. Really, this is introducing the fact that they're breaking away from England. If you want to think about it, I got 2 kind of interesting examples. One, you can think about this as an essay. This is the introduction paragraph. Here's our Declaration of Independence. This is what you are going to read about. Think back to your English classes. That's what your introductory paragraph is. Another way you can think about this is it's a breakup letter with England. That's really what it is at the end of the day, is the colonists are breaking up with England. So this is like, it's not you, it's me. Well, except that the colonists are like, yeah, it is you. It's completely you. But why is this important? The preamble, this is the introduction. And states why we are separating and that we are separating. So it's not just why, it's I got that. It's not just why we're separating, but the fact like it's a done deal. There is no going back. I'm going to let you go ahead and grab these other ones. In fact, it's the best to join live with class so you can get the best information. but I want to set you up with this. So Section 2, Declaration of Natural Rights. Section 2 of Natural Rights. So in here, you also need to include what are the 3 natural rights? What type of people did this include? Was it everyone? So when you get here, you can read, there's 2 things. There's the actual text or the what it means. For the third part, it's this list of grievances. List of. So what is this? There's a little paragraph here to help you. There's the actual text, well, a blurb of it because there was a lot of grievances, and then also of what it means. So go ahead, explain why is that important. The fourth one, redress, or even better, attempts to address the grievances. And if you're wondering why I'm pausing, is because I'm also writing these as I'm telling you, you should get at least these bits. So then go ahead and read through this. And again, what does it mean? What is kind of this little blurb that they've got here? Section 5, the Declaration of Independence, or if you wanted to mix it up and say declaring independence. And again, there's a little blurb there, little blurb here to say what does that mean. And then this last one. So there's 2 videos. One, please make sure you go ahead and watch. There's kind of a bonus funsy one there. But then here is this last one. Section 6 is the signatures. Now, if you decide you're like, I'm just going to Google it for all the information, you're not going to have all the right information because most places or most people, most historians, how they break it up is they just have like the preamble, the grievances, the attempts to address it, maybe declaring independence. But we're breaking it up a little bit more because who signed this is going to be pretty darn important. In fact, in this video, it's going to say why this is important. Why were these signatures important? Why was it important that you could see certain ones bigger than others? So some interesting bits here. What are some names you recognize? So the things to note I've got up here, what risks were the signers of the Declaration assuming when they signed their name? What are some names you might recognize? How many people signed their name? Whose signature can you read the easiest? There's a little bit of facts there. I do have it down here. This is all of the names, so you can see it a little bit more easily because it's a little tricky to read the cursive and it's a little small. So when you answer this one, though, include what would or could happen to those who signed this document. And you'll find that in that video. So make sure, go through, make this look really nice. Please let your history teacher know if you have any questions or need any help. Otherwise, this is becoming your cheat sheet for learning about the Declaration of Independence. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.